is the motherfucking intro.
Smoke weed every day.
I don't even need this on. What's the motherfucking deal? It's your boy Ed Honcho. Welcome to the Kush Den. If you're not familiar with the Kush Den is a 420 friendly community and conversation. So, what's the motherfucking deal, Bodrick? So, like I say, even if you don't smoke, you're more than welcome to participate in the conversation because ultimately that's what it's all about. And if you don't smoke, pour yourself up a nice adult beverage. If you don't drink, pour yourself up a nice warm glass of milk. Sit back, relax, and let's just enjoy the conversation. Tonight, we're going to be talking about music and the mind. It wasn't what was originally planned. I told y'all yesterday that we would be talking about something a little bit different. But we're gonna make it shake. We're gonna make it happen. Yeah, we're in there one deep. Ain't nobody else pulling up. I don't know if they still watching, if they still doing the Hall of Fame ceremony or whatever and whatnot. But hey, it is what it is. You know, we'll make it shake. But we're gonna talk about music and the mind, and you know, just kind of how music can impact the way that you think about things, the life that you live, and you know, the way you approach a lot of stuff. So, you know, one thing that I've been doing recently is definitely, let me turn it up just a little bit, is definitely, you know, kind of watching what it is that I intake. Now, I've been slacking on the food portion, but the information, the music, all of those things are, what's up, Sticky Northside? What's the motherfucking deal? All of these things are of importance, you know. I think a lot of youngsters don't want to show up talking about music because I'm going to start talking about some of that bullshit they be listening to. But, you know, it's very important, man. The stuff that you take in, the stuff that you listen to, it definitely has a significant impact on what you do, how you live your life. I mean, just think about it. The stupid ass shit that everybody's doing. What is the fucking little dumb Drake thing? And they call it a challenge. It ain't no fucking challenge. It's just a stupid ass thing. You know, people see people emulating this shit and they're dancing all over the place. You know, the music has them fucking doing stupid ass dances, getting hurt, dislocating knees, wrecking cars, doing all kind of just off the wall stupid shit. And I've never listened to the song. If I hear something similar to that shit coming on, like if I see a fuck bro, I cut that shit off, man. Yeah, man, you know you be jamming that little pump. You be jamming that 6ix9ine. What's the motherfucking deal? I gave you power. What's the motherfucking deal, Ed, man? But man, I mean, literally all these things that people are listening to, and oh, it's just the music. Oh, it's just the music. Well, the music is conversation. The music is input. It's information. I mean, everything that you do in life, every move that you make, every, you know, where you spend your life, you know, the things that you read, the things that you consume, everything has an impact. And people just, you know, some people are just so casual and just, you know, feel like, oh, no, it doesn't. You know, it just makes me feel good. Yeah, it may make you feel good, but that should be a sign right there that the music impacts you. You know, if it was just music, then you would listen to anything and it wouldn't alter how you respond to stuff. And so you got to really be considerate of your time and your energy when you're listening to these things, because I mean, stupid ass thoughts can lead you into weird areas of life. It can lead you in a weird direction and have you doing stupid shit. I mean, that's why I think you have a lot of you listen to a lot of these rappers, you listen to a lot of these people, they talk about, oh, I grew up listening to such and such, you know, he gave me the game on how to live and all that. I mean, if it was just music, then why would you be looking at these people for information? You know, they telling you about their neighborhoods and all these other things. Oh, I can relate to that. You know, these are people telling stories about what's going on. And so the same way that you listen to a public speaker or, you know, some other type of, well, however you input your info, I mean, this stuff has an effect on you. It's not just the music. The beats are, what is the word? Like, I don't have any medical knowledge, but basically the carrier. The words are what has the impact on you. So, you know, the beat is how they infiltrate you. You know, that's how, you know, you're like, okay, you just buy me this nice little beat. This is cool. And then you start listening to the words, because if it was just words, you'd be like, man, this shit's trash. I don't want nothing to do with that. But that's how you get injected with the information. And then, you know, you ever catch yourself, I mean, not even listening to music, nothing's going on, and you're randomly just start singing some type of lyrics. Like the song isn't even on your mind. You've been penetrated by the music. You've been affected by you've been infected by the music. Yeah, it just ain't shaking. I'm not listening to no Drake, dog. I'm not with it. His voice annoys me. And, you know, like I say, it's dangerous now, because we live in this generation, or well, this current generation, you know, they don't care about shit. Everything's quick, fast, random, you know, and it's not like a previous generation didn't have it. They were affected by the music also, you know. People be dancing and swinging, and, you know, you think about when R&B was really still R&B, you know, had motherfuckers doing all kind of off-the-wall freaky shit. You just have to, what's the deal, 335? Like I said, you just have to recognize that what the music is doing when you're listening to it. And so you need to be cautious of what you inject yourself with, because you could be listening to something saying, oh, I just like the beat, or I just like this. But in reality, you're poisoning yourself. You're poisoning your mind. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I believe that. I believe the music itself is a spell on the people. Because like I say, that's why it's so easy. Like, why do the masses just get affected by this stuff? Again, like you say, have you doing all kind of stupid shit? Have you doing these stupid dances? Things that if there was no music and you were just on your own, movements that you would never recreate. Now, if you're a dancer, that's one thing. You know, you're trying to figure out new moves and shit like that. But you're just a normal human being who doesn't really do this type of shit. And if you were just on your own time, you know, minding your own business, these are movements your body would never make. Exactly, stanky leg. I'm sure there's a list of them. The butterfly, that's old. Let me see you Tootsie Roll. You know, all this type of shit. South Side is one of them too. You know, motherfuckers ain't even from the South Side doing the South Side. I mean, it makes you do things you normally wouldn't do, and it makes you do things that are in any other circumstance unreasonable. You know what I mean? Any other circumstance, it's a stupid thing to do, but yet, for some reason, I don't even want to get started with the nay-nay. I mean, like I say, just stupid-ass body movements that you would never make. And then one of it is because, well, everybody else is doing it. Well, everybody else is probably stupid too. You know, I always like, I tell myself, if it's done by the masses, then it's probably asses. And that doesn't fit all the way, but what the fuck is this? Oh, yeah. That shit do look good. Oh, buddy from the chef, what's his name? But I don't Millie rock. And it just really had me thinking about it, because I was watching some of them King Vader videos, and all this shit was, you know, he be dancing like all the fucking little videos. And I'm just like, it had me thinking about it. I was thinking about some other little shit. And it's just like, man, I would never do that. Like, in any other time, you know, I would never fucking be doing that shit. I probably did the Soulja Boy back in you probably ain't doing right. I remember, this is before y'all's time. This is definitely dating myself. I used to do the buddy hop, you know, shit like that. Cha-cha now, y'all. Y'all know about all that shit. But again, it penetrates your mind and makes you fall under some type of mannerism that, well, it's easy to inoculate you with. So, I mean, it's like you have to, man, I ain't even trying to do that shit. Like, I don't want nothing to do with that. Like, the dude don't even do his own damn dance in the whole fucking song. So there's that. But, well, I mean, doing shit that you know is not of good health for you. Like with the Drake dance shit. I told you about the big bitch who fucking dislocated her knee trying to fucking do the shiggy shimmy in the fucking McDonald's. And fucking, yeah, like I say, he ain't paying no hospital bill. Motherfuckers out here dying. Motherfuckers getting their cars fucking wrecked and shit trying to be cool. Like, but again, part of this is the music. Part of this is the social media and trying to get clout. And I'm telling you, there's probably been so many instances of shit that has happened that we haven't even seen. It didn't get recorded. Motherfuckers hurt themselves and done all this other shit. And yeah, I gotta find that motherfucker. But I don't know, man. Like I say, it's about part of that is the music, and part of that is that herd mentality that we have. Well, everybody else is doing it, so I want to do it too. Well, you know, the one thing that we've all heard in our lives. Well, if everybody jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? You know, that's that fucking saying. I used to hate when teachers fucking say that shit. But my thing is, you have to be more cautious of the things that you listen to. Now, there's been studies that have proven that when, people listen to classical music, music actually with instruments and, less words and things, it's better for study habits. It generally, but I don't know if it's actually improving the study habits of people, or those people are just naturally smarter to not have, themselves infiltrated by somebody else's words repeatedly over and over and over again, but you can hum, classical shit. So that could be a part of the shit. I mean, and then, yeah, like you get all these messages ingrained in you, especially with rap music. Rap music is the worst because it's so catchy. Pop music is probably right behind it. It's also so catchy. What was that song a while back? Kiss the Girl I Like It. Had bitches fucking dyking, doing shit that they wouldn't fucking never do. Would never ever entertain such a thing. But, well, the song is doing it. Everybody's doing it. Well, I'm going to do it because the song said so. It's crazy. People are so easily, convinced to do certain shit that, I mean, it's pathetic. Like I was saying, it's the majority of people are probably pretty stupid. And then, and I hate to say that because it just sounds like I'm being an asshole, but I mean, it's true, because you see all this shit that people do and you just wonder, well, how does this happen? How would there nobody, like we talked about the fucking condom thing the other day, the Alabama condom thing. Like, come on. One, common decency would tell you not to do that. Two, common sense would tell you you're about to have a bad time. And still, somebody needs. That's why warning labels exist on everything. But the music here that we talk about, a lot of it now, back then a lot of shit had, the parental advisory stickers and shit like that on the albums when you bought them. But shit now, there ain't no fucking albums. It's just fucking streaming. You may see the little explicit whatever next to it, but that don't mean shit. Nobody's not hindering anybody from doing anything. Because it's to the point where everything is so fucking acceptable now that it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it was Alabama. You said people in Portland beating each other ass. Damn, what the hell going up in Portland? I seen somebody talking about Portland with a bunch of fucking overly expensive apartments, and they're fucking all vacant. The Barney song. Yeah, Barney song probably was fucking some people up in a bad way. I had to cut my finger early on a fucking aluminum foil box like an asshole. It was sticking out the drawer, so I pushed it in. I guess it wasn't even on the sharp side. You know how there's a sharp side about Ray Lewis and Tom Brady are buddies apparently. I saw that. It ain't gonna stop. Look, Tom gonna be doing it when his kids get old too. But if the album flops as a mixtape, like stop it. Well, fuck the mixtape, fuck all that shit. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a mixtape or not. We're talking about the context and what it does to people. Again, so you have to pick and choose what you're listening to and be very careful, because again, there's a lot of subtle sounds, a lot of subtle things in the music that is designed to get you to respond a particular kind of way. You realize, like why do all the EDM people, why are they all on crazy drugs when they listen to that music? Why does it make people want to do drugs and get all fucked up to listen to that type of shit? Because it attracts a certain type of thing, and it invokes a certain kind of thing in you. When you listen to a lot of rap music, you get more aggressive, you get more behaviors, because majority of it is about some type of violence. And again, they're putting these words in your head with that goes along with the beat, but the beat is fire. Old Buddy, they said, I hadn't seen the interview myself. I'm actually go back and watch it, but they said Old Buddy basically came on to who is it, Lyle Cohen or whatever his name is, on the Breakfast Club, and just basically said, yeah, we've been stealing black culture, black music. We've been using that shit to fucking hold y'all down for quite some time. Like, we deliberately been doing it. And nobody blinked an eye, nobody batted an eye, nobody fucking said anything about it. And yet, but the beat's so fire because you've been enchanted by the beat. I mean, there are forms of magic. And when I'm saying there are forms of magic, it's not fucking pulling a rabbit out of a hat it's not. Astro's okay. I don't even think it was okay though. Like I couldn't even get through half. Like I tried to listen to it because all the what's his name and all that fucking shit that he kept coming with. And I listened to that shit, like, I was like, man, this shit is not, like, that's why I made that comment. I'm like, the majority of motherfuckers who are listening to Astroworld have never been to the real Astroworld. Like, y'all motherfuckers buying to the hype. That's what I'm saying. Like, the music nowadays ain't about shit. And motherfucking me just gets all fucking crazy. But the only reason it got all that hype is because old girl fucking promoted it. You know, his baby mama, he shouted her out like 50 times on that bitch. Like, goddamn, my nigga, go ahead and marry the bitch already. Academics he don't really influence shit. He has a little lame, but he's a fucking fuck dude. Like that dude there is lame as shit. Like, and he's in the words of my boy Spitz, he's fugazi. Because the dude sitting there talking about, man, if I ever got to the street shit, I'm a snitch and I'm gonna do all this. But then you got the nerve to speak on other motherfuckers and what they're doing and how they got what they got going as far as, you know, this, that, and the third. But I don't like academic. He's a fucking bitch. Like the dude is like a broad for real. You know what I mean? He's fucking a Wendy Williams, man. Like that is what it is. Say something that were popular before they get used to. Yeah, exactly. Like when they sample motherfucking, when people sample fucking songs, you know, it's stuff that you've heard if you're younger, subtly that you may have heard in passing, and then you know it kind of re-stimulates those neurons or whatever in your brain, get you fucking with it. It attracts older people who may have been fucking with the shit a long time ago. Like, okay, what's going on with this? It re-stimulates, you know, certain pathways in your brain, and you okay. And then you listen to it, and it's not that the song is good, but you're like, oh yeah, this beat is good. You know what I'm saying? Again, and that's the carrier to the fucking poison that they put inside your mind with the fucking bullshit. I fuck with the box, so that's what's happening. What's happening, Juan? But my thing with the music is that you have to be very cautious of the things that you pick. You have to read that book. You have to be very cautious of the things that you listen to, because everything makes you respond a certain way. Certain music, it automatically makes you dance. Certain music automatically makes you feel fucking depressed. Certain music, you know, invigorates you. So if you're really feeling that music has no effect on you, you're lying to yourself, because the shit, I mean, it's blatantly obvious. It makes you feel a particular kind of way when you listen to it. Now, I'm not telling you what to listen to, what not to listen to. You may be in a particular lifestyle where, hey, this certain type of music fuels whatever it is that you're doing. Go for it. But you have to be cautious of the be cautious of the Audis, the Audi 5000. But you have to be cautious of what you're listening to, because it can put you in a bad frame of mind and you not even know why. There's a lot of people who are mentally weak and they get affected by this shit and they don't even realize what it is that's affecting them. It's the music. And it's very powerful. And again, like I said, if you don't pay attention to it, if you don't, you say back in the day, the R&B and rap, exactly. Like I say, shit. Trust me, when the R&B was real, what did the real R&B music do to the women? Had them coming about their panties with ease. You ain't even have to say shit to them. The music did the work for you. You just get them in the right scenario, listening to the right music. Shit. Now they become horny. They want to fuck. You know, it's easy. It's an easy game for you. Know what I'm saying? You know, Too Short talk all that pimping. He wasn't even really a pimp like that. You know, if you go back and listen to what he said, he just, you know, spoke on the shit he saw and the people that he was around. But people have gone on and become things, you know, as far as whatever it may be, influenced by Too Short. And he never lived that lifestyle in particular. You know what I'm saying? What's the motherfucking deal, McVice? What's going down? So all I'm saying is just it has an effect on you, and you have to be conscious of this effect that the music has. And I'm not saying it's good nor bad, because I still listen to some shit I probably shouldn't every now and then. But now the majority of the shit I listen to, I try to keep it without words. But still, even the music without words, exactly, especially with Too Short, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a freak with it. Bitch is still my favorite profanity. But you know, even with Pimp C, with UGK, I mean, a lot of these things, you know what I'm saying? You would be saying stuff listening to this music that you would never say on your own accord. But like I say, even with listening to the majority of classical music, mostly jazz, and I listen to a lot of old Western soundtracks. You know what I'm saying? And that's that even still puts a particular level of energy in you. You know what I'm saying? It makes you vibe a certain way. You know what I mean? Even though there's no words in there, it still puts you in a certain those patterns stimulate certain things. Certain, like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I don't got no fucking medical anything. I ain't got no kind of degree, so fuck it. I surely ain't got no fucking medical knowledge. But this is briefly recalling a study that I read, a while back, a couple of years ago. And again, like I say, stroking those patterns, stroking those neurons, and it's fucking making you behave in a certain manner. I fucking listen to the Wild West music. I want to pull out my fucking 6-gun. I want to meet somebody in the middle of town at high noon. Have a showdown. You know what I'm saying? Big R though, that hoe be jamming. Like, I can't lie. That hoe be jamming. Like I say, that shit was good. But what I'm saying, man, is you just have to be aware. I'm not telling you, hey, don't listen to this, don't listen to that. If that's what you like, if that's what you feel, you have to, you can embrace it, but at the same time, be aware of how you're being stimulated, how you're being affected. Be aware of, how you're reacting to these things. So, again, hold on one second here. Oh yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Max, how you doing, man? I hope all is well. Let me see here. Let me get in on some of this action. I see y'all in here setting it off and shit. Look. Wow, that's weak. But yeah, R&B is no longer the same. Sorry, Max, I had to do it. Had to get him. R&B is not. R&B is just basically harmonized rap music. I mean, all they do now is talk about fucking, like, at least back in the day, R&B used to be subtle. It used to be like, we knew what it was talking about, but there were buffers, little layers to it. It wasn't just directly, we fuck it and I'm finna suck my dick and you finna do this and you finna do that and all this extra shit that you saying, and people fucking respond differently now. You know what I mean? But yeah, 90s R&B was like, it said it in a different way, and R. Kelly's probably responsible for a lot of that shit. R. Kelly, Drew Hill, did Drew Hill, were they really that bad? Drew Hill wasn't as bad. They had a couple of little songs, but Silk definitely. I remember Swisher House, Fuck Action, with that Silk on there. Meeting in my bedroom, Loving Me. Was it Loving Me? Or Loving You, whatever it was called. Everything, any and everything R. Kelly, there was, plenty of shit that fucking, they had to pour. Mm-hmm. All them Fuck Action was fucking, it was guaranteed, especially if you was in Houston, the bitch out there was listening to Screwed and Chop shit too, so this shit, it was just, we gonna take it slow, then we finna screw up some R&B, so it's going down, like, and then I think he actually brought those back, but I forgot what the name of them hoes are now. So, but it's just it's a real thing. You know what I mean? Oh man, you ain't lying. Green, Marvin Gaye, shit, all old school. Like even you can go way back in time. Y'all like Mega Man, cool, but it's just a lot of shit that. A lot of shit that you have to take into account. And like I say, hey, if that's the mood you're trying to set, then hey, by all means, go for it. You know what I mean? But by all means, go for it. But again, if you're a person who likes to control your environment, you like to control the way you think, you want to be in charge of your actions, man, you have to be cautious of the thing. You have to be cautious of the things that you listen to on a daily basis or whatever it may be. Exactly. He said Alabama Shake singer is a big girl that sounds like the 90s R&B. Let me take, look, let me jot that down. Like I say, I always take the no, hold on, let me put in the Kush deal. I love to hear y'all's inputs and y'all's thoughts on things, and I like to I take notes. This one. All right, yeah, here we go. And in just a second here, I'll open up the Kush line, and again, y'all can call in and put your thoughts on it. But give me just a second. I still got to listen to the J-Rock album. Like I said, I got a list here. So from time to time when I don't got too much going on, I'll pull some of this stuff up. You say Alabama Shakes. All right, there we go. Got that. Because again, man, and what I want y'all to realize is, you know, maybe if you follow Vita Sauce or you fuck with the Dan more so or whatever it may be, like the way I approach stuff is, it's about interaction. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't ever like. It's not about me being the center of the conversation, like I say. So I love input from y'all, and I take it serious. Like when y'all give me suggestions and things like that, I'll like from time to time I'll go and, you know, make sure I tune in and say you don't want to fight no more. Okay, make sure I got that right. And so, like I say, I definitely appreciate, you know, when y'all oh, that's what it is. What they got to complain about in Portland? Fucking rain or some shit? No, where's that? That's Seattle. Seattle got the rain. What the fuck is they doing in Portland? Fucking, are the Ducks not winning? What's going on? I'm gonna have to check that out. Look, I'll check that out after screen. And how do you feel about that Antifa stuff? I mean, is Antifa, I mean, are they just as bad as the same people who do the shit on the alt-right? Or do you feel like, you know, it's a separate thing, they're fighting for a righteous cause? Or do you feel like they just as dumb, caught up in a bunch of bullshit just like everybody else? They're not getting their Nikes. Oh, that's funny. I forgot all about that shit. The Doobie Brothers is great. Hey, why you bullshitting? You know what I want, and I'm actually gonna look for. I'm going to look for that hat that what is his name? Sandejo. He's actually from Texas. The Make Football Violent Again. There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, see, look, y'all about to make me crank. Look. We talking about music. I know I'm talking about. Look, you got to be careful of what you listening to. But man, like I say, especially if you're gonna listen to shit, listen to some of that old school. At least listen to shit that really played instrument. Like I have so much more respect for groups back then because everything's digital now. You can hit a stop button, start over, stop and start over. Back then, you'd have to fucking erase shit or throw it away, or you had to get it right. You had to get it right, not on the first take, but you had to get it right in one take, you know, so that everything was, you know, how it should have been. Now you can always come in post-production, add some extra shit. You can tweak shit and do all this other shit and shake it up. Exactly. One take Jake. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Look, I'm serious. I'm surprised. Here's the thing. I guarantee, and this is where I was lacking. This is where I'm slacking. Like, I got to get back on my marketer shit because something like that, a smart marketer, especially on the internet, jumps on that shit real quick. Bam, has a website up in 10 fucking minutes selling just that hat because it's already viral in its own right. And I mean, there's still time to do it, but I may have to think about that. But yeah, I mean, it was an art form. Now it's just like niggas just testing some different sounds on a fucking beat machine. They fucking get lucky. You know what I mean? Like, some of these fucking beats, what's that song? Shit, that fucking dude, the Shoot guy. What's his other song he got? That shit sound like it was made on a fucking Nintendo, dog. And he sounded like he rapped like he on Nintendo too. The Rover, yeah, cause he did, yeah. That do like it's like a little. I can't even do it. It just sounds like a fucking 8-bit video game, and that shit is awful. But again, like this shit is hits to some people. You know, I feel sorry for this generation because I feel sorry for your mother. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just noises put together. Look, the last thing I actually listened to on Spotify was a couple of pieces of that fucking Scott song. And here's the thing about Travis Scott. I just learned. Dude was from a well-off. He was from a well-off family. His whole family was smart, intelligent. All have degrees. I think his dad had a degree in psychiatry, or not psychiatry or something. But he like complained. Like they showed some old interviews he did, and he was complaining about his dad basically being smart. Like, what the fuck are you? Are we so glorified into the mind frame of all this street shit that you're mad because one, most niggas' daddies wasn't even around, so he's mad because his daddy was actually around. He dropped out of UT. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of crazy, like, off the wall little shit. Like I was just reading about it. I was like, wow, this kind of, I hope that his mind has changed. This was from like 2011 to 2012. You know, he's still a young dude. You know, that was 6 years ago. People change. I hope his mentality has changed since then. But, you know, it's just like, wow, you did all that and now you're on some gangster shit. Like, come on, bud. You know, if you were raised in a nice neighborhood, your family all was pretty well together, you know what I'm saying, doing well, and you just dropped out of UT and then bailed off to somewhere else and didn't even tell them you had dropped out of school. Like, I don't know about all that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't look at him as a street dude anyway. He's not a street nigga. You could tell that. He's just a strange kind of guy that makes a different kind of music. Yeah, I heard about that. That's what I'm saying. But you have these motherfuckers who are well off that get enamored with this street life. And you know why they get enamored with the street life? Brings us back to our main topic. Now, I'm not knocking it because in the end, I guess he won. He got a fucking, a billionaire pregnant or about to be a billionaire. So shit, he finna win. So, I mean, no complaints there. I mean, in the win, hey, if I wouldn't have dropped out of UT, I wouldn't have got a fucking, billionaire pregnant. And if she get to fucking around, I'm going to put her on child support. But my thing is, yeah, I heard about it. He was a well-off kid. He drove the Mercedes or BMW, whatever the fuck it was, and helped the little dudes do a drive-by. And then them dudes went to jail, but he didn't go to jail. Oh, my fault. I had the top chat on the whole time. So if I missed y'all, man, I apologize. Yeah, the fucking top chat is shenanigans. Live chat is what you want. Yeah, I'd probably do so more so too, but I've fallen out with talk radio because I used to listen to a lot of 610, but the more that I do the sauce, I think I kind of get disgusted with some of their views and some of their takes, and it is what it is. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, so I really only listen to them for the interviews that they do. I don't really listen to ESPN radio, and 790 I catch it for the live shows or whatever, live games and shit like that. But 610 knows that they're falling apart. That's why they trying to move people around. They still do. Does anybody know what happened with Teddy J though? Why he called it a rap? Why he's like no longer? Because I know that was like a day or two ago. I meant to talk about that in Saw Sports, but I fucking forgot to. And I know he's no longer a part of the thing. And they said they had like a little segment dedicated to him and all the shit that he had been doing and he was with. So, I know he had some drinking issues and some things. He would kind of be coming and going from time to time. And so I'm not sure exactly what the outcome of his situation is. But if it is, hopefully he's all right. Oh, yeah, that's the unbearable. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they're talking about, they squashed the beef and all that shit. No, it's not. Because that dude basically said every day, he said a bunch of little shit. Yeah, Teddy J left. He's out of there. Like, I don't know what would happen. Someone already has the yeah, exactly. I figured they would be. Like I say, a smart motherfucker gonna jump on that shit quick. Time is of the essence. I need to fuck with Etsy. I've never checked out Etsy. I've been kind of working on some new sauce merch too, and so next week I'm gonna drop some things, and then Voodoo Child should be getting his Sauce Sports mug from next week. I got one coming in for myself, and so I'm gonna start. Instead of drinking out the magic cup, I'll make sure y'all will be able to see the Sauce Sports mug. And then I got a What's the Motherfucking Deal shirt that I'm working on. And then I got another shirt it's going to be super dope. I think that's going to be the best sauce shirt. Yeah, 610, though, is he got booted for acting like a girl. Oh, I didn't even know that happened. Yeah, 610 is just, man, it's awful, really. It really is. But let me put up the sauce. The sauce. I said, look, that's the problem with doing too much shit in one day. Look, get the Kush line active. Let me put the right shit here. I ain't even cutting no music on. We've been sitting here talking about stuff. You know what I was listening to? You know what I was listening to the other day? That old 8-Ball and MJG coming out hard. 8-Ball and MJG, you know, we talk a lot about UGK around here, but 8-Ball and MJG were definitely not giving all their dues. Like, I like MJG a lot, but 8-Ball was a motherfucking lyricist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, with the what's the motherfucking deal, I think I'm kind of going with that because that kind of crosses platforms. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. We got somebody calling in. Oh, shit. All right, what's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in on the Kush line this evening?
What's up? What's up? What's up? You should recognize me by my voice already.
Absolutely, absolutely. What's the deal? Read
Well,
the doctor recommends that you read a book. How you doing this evening? What kind of smoke you want to blow on the Kush line?
I'm doing good. I wanted to spill my favorite genre of music. Now, I actually, other than rock, I do listen to a lot of weird music. I've come across a lot of weird music videos and a lot of weird music songs, but they always sound pretty good. And the best part about some of these songs is that they sound similar. And I can sing some of them too. For example,
okay, you gonna sing for us?
Human being one, Mr. Grinch. There you go. Also, Hinchy,
Yes.
I need you to watch more NFL games this season, besides Houston Texans games.
Oh, man, I'm not.
Doctor's orders.
The doctor's orders? All right. Well, that's a bit. I appreciate you calling in, Dr. Rabbit, man. That Mr. Grinch shit was funny. You got anything you want to say to the folks before you get out of here?
Adios, mis miguitos.
Well, fucking Mr. Grinch, dog. I thought he was gonna really come with some. I thought he was gonna come with some shit. That fucking Mr. Grinch did catch me off guard. But here's the deal: when it comes to other NFL teams, I'll catch certain games if they are interesting. But as far as just really getting outside of you, like, I don't have a passion for other teams. Like, it's like I love the Texans, I love the Rockets. I'm trying to get with the Stros, with the baseball thing, but my passion is more so for the city of Houston because I love Houston. I love just the culture in Houston. Oh, the dude that went off was Mike Meltzer. Fucking unbearable. You just unbearable. Just so freaking unbearable. He said fucking right before he left at the end, though. But my thing is more so my passion. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Oh, good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. That was a great show last night, man. You know, if y'all enjoyed the show with Man Up yesterday, man, drop a little one in the chat. I'd appreciate that. You know, let me know how y'all felt about that. But yeah, it was Mike Meltzer, and he was getting mad at Seth Payne. But then they said after the commercial break that Seth Payne had left, and you say you hate watching games indoor on turf. Okay. Already, I see you bad up. Already, I definitely enjoyed it myself. I think it was a very good conversation. I was talking to my old lady a little bit about it afterwards. You know, just discuss some things. She agreed with a lot of it. She agreed with a significant portion of it. Especially, you know, we were talking about I found that real interesting. We were talking about the choices of clothing. You know, now I know Kenneth thinks that women should be allowed to wear whatever they want without judgment, but I was kind of thinking about that too today because I was going to get some chicken wings at the store today. You know, fried up some little chicken wings, and you know, at the grocery store, it's so many women that I saw about half of it. I haven't finished it. I got about halfway through the B.B. King documentary, and I was thinking about it because, like I say, I see these women. They're all in the grocery store. I mean, it's a public place. Ass is hanging out of shorts. Like I said, I live in an area where it's majority white. So it's not like I'm in the hood with a bunch of hood hoes just, you know, being super ratchet. So I mean, this happens across all races, across all, I guess, classes. And so my thing is, I'm just walking through the store and I'm just thinking about it. I'm looking at what some of these women old. Well, I can't lie. It was a thick old white lady. She was like, hold on. Look. I was like, you might have been bad at your prime. Little thick bitch wearing some damn cheer shorts. But you goddamn put some clothes on. You're fucking with my head. You're about to make me break the rules. I'll hit you after the what's cut. I'll let you know. But I'm a little I'm down 45 a bit. But and so my thing is, he says breaking up pretty bad. Okay, let me know what we got going on. Make sure I ain't nothing fuck it up too much. Let me cut that down. That might be part of it. My thing is, I'm just sitting here looking, and there we go. I'm just sitting here looking, and I'm gonna look. Shit, I'm a fucking man. If I didn't look, y'all probably think something was wrong with me. Shit, if you're gonna wear it, if you go to expose it, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna talk about your ass, but I'm gonna look. But and I'm just looking younger, older. I mean, and so what I was thinking is just like, if you sit here and say that you should be able to wear anything you want without being judged, and then I was thinking about the conversation at the end where Heidi was just on a whole another level of some other shit. But so if a man was walking around wearing dresses and shit like that, would a woman not judge him as automatically being gay? I mean, it's the same thing. If he's wearing women's clothing and doing these things, you would automatically assume that this dude was gay or whatever you would call it. And so if you're wearing whore's clothing, why doesn't a motherfucker have the right to assume that you are a hoe? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're looking the part, then people are going to assume that. And again, so you market yourself as you want to be, as you want to be seen. And that is what it is. For $650. That's crazy. But like I say, you market yourself the way you want to be seen. So people are going to, it's just natural. Like for me to sit here and say, to not judge you. If you walking around like you see some of these bitches at these fucking outings with sheer see-through clothing, titties out basically, but just got a little piece of cloth over them that's extremely sheer. And to think that, oh, this woman must be a virgin and she must be a saint. I'd be ignorant to not judge her. She's probably a go liver. She probably with the shits. Now I'm sure there's other factors to look at. If she's not necessarily with the shit, she's trying to attract a particular type of attention. And to not think that way, you just be ignorant to just, well, I believe everything is fair, and I believe in equality, equal access to opportunity is what I believe in. People determine their level of equality, and absolutely, bitch, go live. And so. But that used to definitely be the term back in college. That bitch would go like, what? Tell it don't come through. What you mean? What you mean used to be a saying. That, man, that was a saying. No sleep, go livers, and what you mean. I probably use those phrases more in college than anything else. What you mean used to be, it was an answer for everything. But for me to assume that this woman is just, oh, she's such a lady, I should get her phone number and I should take her out on nice dates. She would be a great mother to my children. You would be ignorant. Now, I'm sure there are some men who do vibe on that way, but you would be stupid to think as such. What you have to realize is people market themselves as the way they want to be seen. And again, marketing yourself is the way you dress, the way you choose to present yourself. I'm aware that, long hair, dreadlocks, it appears a certain way. People automatically think, oh, he's a fucking Jamaican. Look at him. I have more people ask me, what you mean you still going? It's like that's the first thing I get, because but I understand people are ignorant. It used to be when they were first growing. When I was that was around. I think the first time I was growing some dreads, that was around Ike. It was probably around the Ike area. Time frame area. We were in the Ike area. And then, I had halfway started some whenever Katrina was happening, but I think I was keeping the fade mostly around then. But the first thing you would get is, oh, you from Louisiana? What part of New Orleans you from? You know what I'm saying? Like, Bitch, I ain't no from no fucking New Orleans, from fucking Texas. What the fuck is you talking about? Don't insult me. You know, I'd get offended. Or there's been times I've been working in the construction field, you know, doing some contracted and shit like that. You know, a couple of jobs here and there. And what island from? Somebody came up to me, man. Yeah, I got a bunch of buddies, man. They're from Trinidad. You look just like them. Are you from Trinidad or Jamaica or whatever? I'm like, what did you talk about? No, I'm from fucking here. I'm from fucking Texas. Like, it's like I don't know these motherfuckers. Yeah, then I have island people, man. I've had island people ask me the same shit. Oh, you from Jamaica? I'm like, no. And they've been Jamaicans or from, you know, islands or whatever. So, I mean, I guess I have the versatility with the dreads, but no, absolutely not. Yeah, I don't know them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Lil Baby or whatever the fuck they name is. Say Lil Wardy, all that good shit. I don't know them motherfuckers. We got a call coming in on the Kush line. We're gonna see what we got in the mix.
What the hell?
What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in on the Kush line this evening?
It's Edmund again.
All right, what's going down there, man? What kind of smoke you want to blow on the Kush line tonight?
I just wanted to get your thoughts on what do you think of young rappers, you know, like Bad Baby, who was 15, and all these up-and-coming rappers that are, you know, really young at their age. Like Lil Pump, he started at 16. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on, you know, young rappers starting at a very young age, and how is that affecting society?
Okay, absolutely, man. I appreciate you calling in there, man. I'm definitely, that's a good point, man. I'm definitely talk about that. I appreciate the call.
All right.
So, man, here's the thing. Why I don't fuck with young rappers. I'm a person, like I say, even though I don't do as much as I need to. If I'm going to listen to some shit, I want to hear some shit from somebody with some experience in life. At 15, I didn't know the little Bad Baby. She's still a baby, for real. Was that age, and because I'm hearing about it, I seen some shit like it be on a little YouTube, so I don't really don't click on the videos, but it's from listening to a one academics video here, then YouTube just always promoting academics or Diamonds Live and shit, because I was watching some of the shit when the Triple X kid got killed. But what does a motherfucker that young have to teach me? You know, it's a young pepper. But my thing is, like, what can these people teach me? You know what I mean? What can they show me? What can they inform me of? What have they done in life that I haven't done? You know, other than flossing on a national level or some shit like that. They may have, I don't know if these motherfuckers got millions. The people who manage them may have some millions. They probably getting extorted, but it is what it is. I don't really care for him, man. Because, again, like Lil Pump, what does he have to say? I listened to that fucking shit. Y'all put that shit on in the stream one time. I'm like, this shit is awful. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. There's no content because they don't have anything to say, so they just keep repeating a lot of shit. Yeah, man, you mother bummer clot, you mother skunk. And so my thing is, yeah, that's unfortunate that he is inspiring others. But the thing is that what is that saying about society that people like this are getting on? What is it saying about society that people like this are thriving? You know. And are there adults who are listening to this shit? I mean, let's be honest. Like, now I can't lie. The Lil Baby dude got a couple of little songs that I like, but as an overall artist, it's not just. It's just he has a couple of particular songs that I enjoy. But for the most part, that style of music is trash to me. I'm not checking for it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I was jamming some. What y'all know about Minnie Riperton? I was jamming some old Minnie the other day. Underappreciated. One of the greatest songs ever. She had them notes too. Man, exactly. That's another point I want to get into. I'm glad you guys have said that. You know, the music industry is deliberately doing this because there's certain genres, rap being one, that you can continue to push the ignorance, that you can continue to push the tomfoolery and still thrive. You know, we as Americans, well, let's say a certain segment of America embraces ignorance to the fullest and justifies ignorance. Mike Jones, I couldn't stand Mike Jones, man. Remy Shand, I've heard that name, and I'm finna pull it because that shit is like it's something is is that? Let me see something. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Man, yeah, I appreciate that. Look, you took a throwback. Mike Jones, fucking dog, like I hated Mike Jones' music. I hated his shit. Even Slim Thug was talking about that. That was Slim Thug's song, but it was like off of freestyle basically. And then he was talking about how that should have been his song because Slim Thug was talking about how none of his shit didn't went platinum. He talked about how Paul went platinum, how Mike Jones went platinum, but they were not CEOs. You know, he left Swishahouse and did his own thing. And he let Mike Jones have that song, not knowing that it was going to be as big of a hit as it was. And that shit sent Mike Jones platinum. So like I say, it was, you know, this is kind of how shit works. But I'd rather listen to Slim Thug over all of them. And the only reason, like I say, there's only a few rappers that I still even follow on social media, and only because they're about, you know, building. They're talking about, you know, businesses. They're talking about, you know, doing shit a little bit differently. And that's Currency. Man, this is throwback. Take a message. Slim Thug, because his social media presence is a little bit different than what he, you know, usually raps about. But he's changed the game up a little bit ever since he did that song with Joel Osteen or whatever, you know, and I can fuck with that. And then Currency, because Currency, if you listen to Currency, he ain't talking about selling a bunch of dope. He talks about audio dope. So he's talking about making this music, talking about doing things, and he has the custom car shop that he does, and he's making money underground, not having no kind of radio play. Same thing with Nipsey Hussle. That's why I like these guys, because these dudes have done it in a major way. Because of the business mind that they have. You know, they may be from the hood. That's why I say, man, you can be anything, dog. Like, I don't judge people for, you know, your background or whatever, but you just have to think differently. If you think like the masses, then you know what I'm saying, that's what I don't fuck with. Like, I ain't knocking nobody for, if you selling dope, but you got a plan in the end, hey, cool. If you ain't planning on trying to be a dope dealer forever, you trying to do something different that's getting you to a spot and then you out of there, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, in the world we live in, you got to get it how you live. I'm not going to be hypocritical because, you know, I've done what I've done. But instead, I didn't have the exit strategy that I should have had, and you know, you deal with it what it needs to be. So, man, Face, yeah, oh man, I still fuck with Face. Kiki, I don't listen to as much newer Kiki. You know, Don't Mess with Texas was definitely the lick. I'm not I like Trey. I like what he does for the city. I'm not a big fan of Trey's music. Something about Trey's voice be so raspy on the shit. It's just like I don't really vibe with Trey too much. But you know what I'm saying? That's a bet, Dr. Rabbit. Appreciate you following through. Appreciate the call. But like I say, you know, it's a lot of artists that do things a little bit differently, and that's what I respect. You say Raheem the Vigil, I've never heard of that one. I'll put that on the, that sounds like a Taliban jam, but I'm going to check it out. Man, you want to know something funny about me? We're talking about music and how music can affect you. I listen to a lot of like Indian, I guess Pakistani or whatever type music. Don't know what the fuck they be saying, but the shit be jamming. Hold on, we got a call coming in. Let me pause this over here. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in on the Kush line this evening?
What's going on there? It's your boy Man Up.
Man Up, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What kind of smoke you want to blow on the Kush line tonight?
Oh man, we just started talking about some Houston rappers, man. I had to call on in, man.
Already?
I had to ask you, man, who you rock with the most, Houston rappers that is, or even singers, because you know you got Destiny Child, Beyonce. You know I'm not a fan of them, but you know who you rock with the most.
Man, rocking with the most, man. I probably would have to say, if we just talking about overall, it would probably be Face. It would probably be Face Mob. But, you know, a lot of people, you know, some people include UGK in Houston. Some people say nah because they from Port Arthur. If you including UGK, then it's going to be probably UGK going to be the most. But if you excluding UGK because they from Port Arthur, then it'll probably be Face. I prefer more old school shit. Smile is probably one of my favorite songs of all time. And then Mary Jane, great song. So it would probably be Face Mob, Let Me Roll, a lot of that shit. Like it would probably be Scarface would be my favorite if we're excluding
And
UGK. How about yourself?
you went way back to the face.
Man, you ain't lying, bro.
That Let Me Roll.
Tonight, I'll look out, man.
Oh yeah, man. That was my shit. Let Me Roll. Yeah, I had to say, man, Faces up my all-time favorite. A lot of people like say that's because you're from Houston. I'm like, it could be, but I like that realistic shit that he be preaching. So that's the reason why I like him the most.
Exactly.
He did one song on that album, one of his first albums, "The World Is Yours."
Mm-hmm.
It's called "I'm Black." Why don't you check that out one day?
Okay. I don't think I'm recalling that one. Let me check that out. I might definitely put it on the note, man.
All right, there.
All right, appreciate you calling in, man. Up.
All right, peace.
Bet. Man, shout out to Man Up, man, for holding it down. Man, had a great show yesterday, and again, we'll be bringing Man Up in every weekend. You know, it'll be on a Friday or Saturday. Be making the show. Man, Devin is, and I don't know why I didn't even think about Devin. Devin is definitely one of my favorite artists because not only is he an artist, but he is a producer. Like, and certain people are put in a different category. Like Devin, Pimp C, and like if we're talking youthful, Big Crit, because these dudes not only make great music, they each have their own lane and they got a nice little flow to it, but they produce it, and they just produce. It's not beats, it's music, because like I say, Devin knows music. You know, Pimp C knew music. Big Crit, he's a young dude, but he has an appreciation for music. You know, he's from Mississippi. You can hear a lot of that soulful. You can tell he's real into like B.B. King and guys like that. He's always talking about B.B. King, because I wonder if he's from the same area. But I know I was watching that B.B. King documentary. Man Up had recommended to me, the Unsung, and it clicked when he said it. I was like, shit, because I didn't realize B.B. was from Mississippi when they were just talking about his background, him and a couple other guys. And the blues, man, the blues is great too. A lot of people don't give blues the credit that it is. I'm not acknowledging the 16-0 is coming. I'm telling you, the 16-0 video is coming, Danny. So you know what I'm saying. K Reno, what was the song he had? It was like the alphabet song where the fucking I don't listen to a lot of K Reno, but K Reno is dope. He's definitely a lyricist. He definitely got the wordplay. But basically where he was running down like he was spelling the shit out or something like that, and that hoe went hard. So Devin only got an inch that could rap about PW. And yeah, exactly. That's what I say. That's why you got to give Devin credit, man. Look, Devin, you listen to some Devin, you damn near want to. I don't even drink beer like that. But shit, make me want to crack open a bud and chill. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care for drinking too much. I will if I ain't just. I mean, every now and then. But you want all your shout outs and memorable moments of that video. Good luck with that one. Shit, you barely be showing up nowadays. I can't quite remember the. It's foggy right now, Danny. It's very foggy, you know. But my thing is, there's definitely a lot of talented artists from the city that have not gotten their just due. And there's a lot of people from the city that don't even know about artists from the fucking city. The city. I'm fucking looking at this shit, reading Rock Steady, and I'm saying Steady. Damn. Yeah, you definitely look. You definitely go a throwback. Deprogrammed. All right. Let's see. Let me write that down. All right. Okay, so I didn't even know that. Well, one, it's not spamming. They trying to get their sauce so they can get they sauce rewards, you know, like I say, at the end of the month. And if y'all didn't know, whoever has the most sauce at the end of the month now, I'm not doing it. I'm not switching up to where it's moderators every week. Now it's whoever has the most sauce at the end of the month will receive some type of sauce merch. So like I say, Voodoo Child won it last month. So I sent him something. And then I'm not gonna listen. I've seen you say that like 4 or 5 times now. I gave you power. I'm not even listening to that shit. That nigga ain't even from the city, is he? Like, I heard he claimed the city, but he from. I thought he was like a military kid or some shit. Hey, ain't nobody buying no number 17 jersey. I'll try to start the sauce and get intercepted if I do that. But here's the deal, man. I'm going to we'll wrap it up here. I got a couple of things I got to take care of real quick. I apologize to everybody last night. I said I was going to do a mixer stream, and then I did not. I did not get a chance to do it. The internet was tripping. I ended up resetting the fucking thing and didn't realize that I reset it all the way back to its original settings. Then it was tripping because, you know, I put my same, basically I set everything back up to the same password, everything like that. But for some reason, the devices were not, they weren't connecting. So I was like, fuck that shit. And I ended up calling it a wrap. But everything's back in action now. Everything's back to normal. And so we'll have a mixer stream a little bit later. I don't want to lie to y'all. It'll probably be closer to 12, maybe a little bit after, maybe a little bit before. It just depends on how long it takes me to get some of this stuff done. But there will be a mixer stream tonight. And I'll go for a while because, like I said I was going to do it yesterday and I didn't. So I owe y'all that. But outside of that, man, with that being said, that's going to be the next shirt. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. And I appreciate everybody who's called in. And the sauce line has been cool. You know what I'm saying? Look, even with a way smaller crowd, it seemed like the sauce line. The Kush line seemed to get more love and more on point calls than the sauce line. But like I say, man, it's always good topics, good conversation, man. Like I say, if you know somebody likes to have good conversation, then tell your friends about the Den. You know, so even if they're not necessarily Texans fans, if they're not, you know, they may not fuck with the sauce, but hey, if they like good conversation, you know, the Kush Den's where it's at. But I said I was going to do a topic today, but we didn't end up doing it. But we're going to do it tomorrow. It's a topic that Heidi sent in. I thought was real interesting, and I think everybody would be real into that one. So we'll see how that shakes. We'll see how that works. I know one thing though. I can't use the steel and the bully in the sauce because people be mad. Like somebody will be on the brink of winning all the sauce for the month, and then somebody fuck around and steal a bunch of their sauce. That'll be some whole ass shit. The topic is going to be origins. Loosely, I mean, I'm not giving it to you all the way, but basically it's to put it like this. If everybody in the world returned to their country of origin, so by that saying, you know, if you were originally historically from some country in Africa, that you returned to that country, and you know, if you were an immigrant in America, everybody just kind of returned to their countries and everything, and everybody was kind of in charge of their own thing, how things would work out. I'm gonna share some of the information, you know, that she sent me because I found that to be very interesting. I'm gonna do a little bit of research. That's why I didn't do it tonight, because I hadn't had the time to do some research on a couple of topics. Because when we get into some of those things like that, I want to make sure that what I'm speaking on is as accurate as possible. So there's a couple other topics, like I said, you had mentioned a couple projects that you sent to me that I wanted to do a little bit more research on also before I do those. Because like I said, I want to be on point with those conversations. Some of these other things are things that we can kind of just, you know, talk about, you know, because it's common knowledge or it's, you know, experiences or understanding or whatever it may be. But that's the deal, man. And I appreciate y'all again for taking the time from the sauce to the Kush Den. And again, here's something too I want y'all to know, like if y'all ever have thoughts, y'all ever have input, I welcome all input. I welcome all criticisms. I welcome all, you know, suggestions, because ultimately, you know, I'm learning. This is a learning process for me as I go, even though I've been doing it for a while. But my goal is to get better, and I want to provide better productions. I want to provide better shows, if it's sauce, if it's this or whatever it may be. So, man, like I said, y'all have my social medias. Well, it's not on here, but you know, Instagram is _KushDen. On Twitter, it's @InTheKushDen. If you want to reach on that, or you can just hit me at the @HonchoHTX on Instagram or Twitter. And so, like I say, if y'all either if y'all have any kind of suggestions, man, y'all just let me know. And like I say, I'll definitely take that to heart, and we'll go from there. But with that being said, I'm gonna chunk up the deuce. I'm gonna politely ask y'all to leave. You ain't got to go home. You could join me in the mixer in about an hour or so, but you got to get the fizz up out of here. With that being said, I'm out.